What's up, y'all? It's your girl, J. Renee with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This morning, we got the brother Calvin Joyner on the phone, also known as Calico. Calico, I hope I said it right. If not, he going to get me right. And he got a lot going on. All right, he got a lot of balls in the air. He making them move and shake, and he going to share it with us. So we're going to jump right in there. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Good morning, Jay. I'm blessed.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
All right. My name is Calvin Joyner, also known as Calico, which is my writer's name. I'm from Harlem, New York, and I'm currently incarcerated and feds on a violation. And while I'm in here, I'm just preparing for outside, preparing for my release with my ventures, my projects I have going on.
Mm-hmm.
I have an enterprise called Tunnel Vision, where we're catering to giving back.
Right. For sure.
Got the finance stroke. All right. You was going to say something?
I was, but I was going to let you go and make it. Go ahead.
All right. We have a multitude of ventures under the enterprise.
Yeah, we're going to get into that, too.
All right. Damn, I done messed up, Jay.
Why you messed up?
Because I forgot you was going to ask me about that.
It's okay. I can edit it, and I got you. So we're going to pick up like I'm going to ask you. So I know where to cut it off. Okay, you good? I'm going to edit that part. I also do that. I make it, put some little Hollywood magic on it. All right, so let me see. Go ahead. All right, so you definitely got a lot of stuff going on, bro. We're going to start with the book. I know that you are writing a 5-part series. So when did you start getting into writing? And tell us about your 5-part series.
All right. Well, I've been writing for about 20, 21 years now. But when I first started writing, I was writing music because I was singing. That's my first love.
Okay.
Until I had messed my voice up due to an injury. I got into a big brawl, which caused me to be incarcerated. How I am right now. And it kind of discouraged me. I messed up my sinuses, my nasal passages. I had breathing troubles. So I just stopped singing and I stopped writing music. And I just crossed over to writing books.
This call is from a federal prison.
I decided to start a series. It's a spy thriller called Playing for Keeps. And it's basically about a team of mercenaries that's taking on jobs all around the world. They're contracting with the government, foreign governments, and other conglomerates. And it's a good series. It's a really good series. Once the series is out, I'll be working on an adaptation as well, which I'll be doing the TV series after the book series. I also had reached out to Tyler Perry and told him what I was doing, trying to get some help from him. I'm waiting for a response. So hopefully everything goes according to plan. But I also have a plan B and a plan C if he don't respond, if I can't get any backing from him. So it's like, I'm just ready for whatever.
Okay, now that's how you gotta have it. And when you say ready for whatever, you definitely don't have that as something just that you're trying to do for self. You're trying to help others be ready for whatever. I know that you have the financial literacy program that you're trying to put together. So tell the people a little bit about that.
All right. A financial literacy program is under Tunnel Vision Financials. And basically, we want to teach the people on how to level up. We want to teach people about finances. We want to teach people about the history of finances because as we went to school, we wasn't taught about finances. We was probably taught on how to write a checkbook and to get a job and put money in the bank. But they went no further than that on telling you how to start a business, put away money for long-term investments, how to create generational wealth for your family, things like that, the government keeps to themselves.
But yeah, you're definitely right, when it comes to the financial literacy part. So let me ask you, what made you want to do something like that, though? Like, what gave you the idea to say, let me instill this in our, in our people?
Because me seeing how the minorities, blacks and Hispanics, that all lives in the inner city, ghettos, urban areas, we all have one thing in common. Well, we have more than one thing in common, but as far as finances, a lot of us are struggling. And I ask myself, why are we struggling so much? That's because we lack financial education. Why do we lack financial education? It's because the government designed it that way. Believe it or not, they actually designed it that way. Because when the General Education Board was formed, finances wasn't included in none of those subjects. Why? That's a big question mark. So I decided, let me educate myself. I became my own professor, and I started doing research and studying. And I'm still doing that now. I still have a long way to go. But what I've learned so far is a lot that a lot of people don't know. And I can actually help a lot of people. And I'm talking about millions of people. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my way of giving back and paying it forward. A lot of people don't know these things. I want people to know these things so people can level up and take care of their families, and they don't have to look towards committing crimes and getting locked up and leaving their families out there struggling.
That's commendable right there, and it's going to have much success, you know what I mean? You got the dream and the tenacity, so I definitely expect you to do big things. So I know you got some more stuff going on, so we're getting into it. I know that we were talking about you wanted to have a transportation company. So talk about that, another business move.
Okay. Tunnel Vision Financials. Now, from Monday through Friday, when it starts, Tunnel Vision Transportation will transport the senior citizens, the elderlies, in the cities from their appointments, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, shopping, to and from. You see how they have accessorized vehicles?
Right.
We're pretty much doing the same thing. But it's a luxury transportation service. So we're driving them around in style.
Okay.
Add a little comfortability to the service. Then on the weekends, from Friday to Sunday, we're catering to the prisons, state and federal. So we'll be taking all of the incarcerated individuals, friends and families, to and from the different prisons to see their people at an affordable price.
Right.
And it's the same thing. It's a luxury service. So during the drive, there'll be flat screen TV for them so they can entertain themselves during the ride. Snacks and refreshments on board.
Okay.
Free blankets passed out. It's all about the comfortability.
Right. And sometimes those rides can be pretty long, you know what I mean? Depending on the situation. So that's what's up. What made you want to do something like that?
It's just because I look at all these different van services and they're pretty much the same.
Okay.
And there's no service to keep them interested. A lot of these van services go out of business after a while. And I ask myself that. Why are they going out of business?
Right.
Because of their service. They need to step their services up. And sometimes they're not on time, or they might not pick people up for one weekend or 2 weekends. It's always something. So I ask myself, what can I do differently to make my service better?
Right.
So I said, if I add luxury to the service, better accommodations, it'll keep the customers interested and bring the prices down and make it affordable. Especially now with,
This call is from
a lot of people are still struggling. People are living check to check. So, gotta work with the people. Instead of charging people $100, $90, $85 round trip, I'll just make it $65. They can save a few extra dollars in their pocket.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. That makes
plus with the
sense.
services.
Right. That make a lot of sense, bro. That's a good endeavor to have right there. So we're gonna jump into the media part because I know you got some media ventures. So let's talk about the podcast. Tell us about it.
Okay. Podcast is called Under the Sun. And the reason why I named it Under the Sun is because the topics and discussions, there's no discrimination. It's diversified. So we're literally talking about everything under the sun, from finances to the economy, sex and relationships, marriage, prison reform, everything. No topic is being left behind. We're talking about literally everything.
Right.
So all people are welcome to listen in. The LGBTQ community, anybody.
Okay. When you plan on launching that?
I plan on launching it within my first 6 months after my release.
Okay.
I'll give it within my first 6 months after my release. I'll be released next year.
Okay.
Hopefully, God willing, everything goes according to plan. I should be released to the halfway house by next August.
Okay. All right, we definitely.
No later than next November.
All right, we're gonna keep our eye peeled out for that. Now more media stuff. I know that we were talking about reality TV and a documentary. You know, I do documentaries, so that definitely perked my ears up. And I think most everybody is now into reality TV. Everybody want to see what the real. So tell us about that.
Right. Okay, so as far as the reality show, it's a reality challenge show. And the reality challenge show is called Recall. Now, for those that don't know what recall is basically another word of saying lock in, lockdown. And recall is based on prison. Now, what we're doing, we're switching it up. For all the incarcerated and former incarcerated individuals, we all have family and friends that's never been incarcerated, but they're curious to how it is to survive in here. So we're giving y'all a chance to live in our shoes for 21 days. And you have to survive. The winner gets a $50,000 reward at the end. So you have to go through everything we go through in here for 21 days. So you will be an incarcerated individual on the show. You have to learn how to fish. You have to learn how to make pies without using the oven.
Right.
You have to learn how to chop wood without using any cutting and chopping utensils.
Right.
You are literally learning how to survive for 21 days. You have 60 days in on A&E. You're going to have recall. But it's our family and friends in our shoes. No incarcerated or formerly incarcerated individuals could be on the show. It has to be strictly civilians.
Right, okay.
We're putting y'all to the test. Right. So that's going to be really interesting.
Right, and I think it's probably going to have lots of surprises too, because surprises happen in prison in day-to-day life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's definitely going to be something to watch right there. Okay, I see you got the plan lined up and stuff like that. So, tell us more about what the future holds for you. I know that you said you hope to get out in August, if not, in November. What's the is the reality TV? Is that the same as the documentary, or is the documentary?
Oh no, that's the reality challenge show. Now, the documentary is called The Blue Wall of Silence. That documentary is based on all the corruption that goes on behind these walls and in these prisons, state, federal, county, etc., that never see the light of day. There's so much that goes on in these prisons that never gets spoken about. As far as incarcerated individuals getting beat to death, people not getting their packages, people not getting fed, visitors is getting violated. There's so much that's going on in these prison systems that need to stop. This needs to stop, and it needs to be put out there. This shit needs to be exposed, and there's really no one doing that. So I feel like if I have to do it, then I'm going to make it happen. There are some people that want to do it, but I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Right. Right.
Especially in New York corrections or the Federal Bureau of Prisons, I haven't heard anything of it. I hear about police brutality as far as in the streets and the communities, but what about in here? You have people that's dying in here too.
Right. Yeah, that's the story. That's the story that y'all gonna have to tell. You know what I mean? What's your for example?
Right.
What's your for example?
So that's what my documentary is based on.
Okay, you was about to give us an example. You was like, for example.
Oh, for example. In Clan Correctional Facility in New York Department of Corrections. This was some years ago, but there was multiple bodies found under the gym floor in that prison, and it never made it to the media. That never seen a day of light. It was just swept under the rug. So things like that, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Why wasn't that?
This call is from a federal prison.
Oh, and it's plenty more incidents like that was never told. You have people, families, looking for their relatives. They can't find them, and they think they're just in a system missing.
Right.
Where are they? Nobody knows. Things like that. Like, it's nothing but corruption going on in here, and they're getting away with it every day.
Yeah, and people get buried in the system all the time, man, because the powers that be have the ability to do that. So that's definitely something to expose. You got our full support on that, most definitely. I'll give you any knowledge that I know.
So as far as with that, you see how they have the prison reform?
Yeah.
That Jay-Z Meek Mills is doing? Like, organizations like that, these is the people that needs to start coming to these prisons and exposing these things. Like, they did a documentary recently on a prison. It was down south. I think it was if I'm not mistaken, it was like in the Midwest somewhere. I can't remember exactly, but they did a documentary on that. But they need to do more and just keep exposing these people, these prisons, and these commissioners or whatever.
You gonna do it?
Absolutely.
All right. So I know we don't got too much time left. I want to give you an opportunity, to address the platform. You can drop some gems. Let them know how to get in contact with you. Whatever you want. The floor is yours.
All right. We got like a few seconds, but you can contact me through the mail. Because as far as the social media thing, I don't have that up and running right now. I'm still working on it. But my name is Calvin Joyner. Last name Joyner. My registration number is 598-65054. And you can look me up on the Federal Bureau of Prisons.
Federal Bureau of Prisons. Y'all be easy.